What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 20 of the Screen Team podcast. My name is Gus.
I'm Alex.
I'm Alex.
I'm Sal.
Alex over here.
Okay.
And we're the Screen Team. That wasn't planned, at least not that I know of. Anyways, so today we're going to be talking about The Old Guard and Extraction, both Netflix movies. So if you haven't seen them, watch them and come back to this. Tell us what you guys thought about it. Cool. First, we're going to start with The Old Guard. What'd you guys think of it?
I want to start off with saying that they're very similar movies, both of them, which is kind of strange. Wasn't expecting that.
No, they were.
A little bit, yeah.
They were both action movies.
Both action movies, but they had really cool
I think the action was similar. I don't think that makes
start
movies
off the same with somebody dying and then going back to the past and then going forward.
I think the similarity stopped there.
There's a mission involved.
Wow, I guess there's
it's just, and there's like a
They didn't feel the same to me though.
It's like a team of badasses.
No.
You know, one main badass.
To me, not for well, let's not talk about Extraction because you're comparing two movies. We're talking about Old Guard.
Say that. As soon as Extraction started, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be a similar movie.
Yeah, so I get where you're coming from. I mean, at the end of the day, they're action movies.
They're just both action movies.
Yeah. As far as
what is a sci-fi action movie?
Old Guard.
Old Guard, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not really. Just the story was sci-fi. There's nothing else sci-fi about it. Like it wasn't like there was magic involved. There's
magic involved.
There was just people that couldn't die, right? But
That's
there wasn't
pretty magical.
Oh yeah. But it wasn't like sci-fi. It wasn't. There's no
it's not lasers and stuff.
Yeah,
I get that,
it was
but
straightforward. It was grounded.
I mean, I really liked The Old Guard. I don't know how you guys liked The Old Guard.
I liked it. I liked both of them a lot.
I think The Old Guard, for me, I liked it a lot, and I almost loved it.
Okay.
It was almost like a 10 for me.
Wow.
If there was a few tweaks here and there, that kind of would have changed the whole story.
Like
Not the whole
what?
story. I like the idea of them not dying, and as I was watching it, I liked the action a lot. Some things I didn't like, for example, were I didn't like the new girl that came in.
Okay.
I didn't find her story that interesting. I didn't really care much about her, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like if it was somebody, or if someone more famous, maybe, like, you put in someone more famous, or someone, I don't know, explain it.
She was kind of bland.
She
I
was
didn't
kind
really.
of bland to me, I guess.
Yeah.
She was kind of bland to me. I didn't dig that story arc as far as hers.
I didn't really understand or care for the well, I thought he was the main bad guy, but the black guy that turned him in.
Oh, okay.
I wish she would have been one of the badasses.
It was weird. Like he kind of was a bad guy, but then good guy, and then it was like you're supposed to care for this guy that he wanted to do good for the world by turning these people in. I'm like, oh, fuck
I think it was
guy.
fine though. I think he was
That guy, man. Like he turned him
which
in.
guy?
Like,
Oh wait, the one that betrayed them on their own team.
Yeah.
No, the black guy.
No, he's talking about.
the black
He's
guy.
talking about the black guy.
Also, and then also the guy who betrayed him too. That was weird too.
So
Because as soon as he betrayed him, he regretted it right away.
So for me, it was the cast. Like, if you would have plugged in different people, and I think of the Matrix because I really love the Matrix. Oh, the Matrix is like a 10 for me. The Matrix has really good personality that you just think back to. Obviously, even though they're not the great. I don't think Neo's the greatest actor. Keanu Reeves, but something about him just sticks out. I don't know.
No.
Okay.
And also Morpheus, he's he just owns the screen.
Mhm.
Trinity, the Cypher. There's a lot of the agents. Okay, that's my other thing. So I wish the characters that were these badasses, they didn't stick out to me. You know, so I wish they would have stuck out. If they would have stuck out, and then the other thing is if they would have incorporated some sort of villains that were up to their level. The agents.
Yeah.
If they would have had the agent level villains,
Mhm.
I think it would have been intense. And also there are some cheesy moments here and there that I wish didn't happen. But
Yeah. The
airplane scene. to me
the
was kinda
villain.
cheesy.
Well,
Yeah.
so not the villain, but the main special ops guy that was protecting the villain. He was the only he was the only guy that was remotely on their same level, and they kind of got rid of him pretty quick. Yeah. And as far as the other like the main bad guy, I guess. He was just like kind of like that like cartoony villain, like, oh, I'm gonna use this power to
Oh,
like, blah, 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 blah.
little
The scientist
the
dude.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He wasn't even a scientist. He just had money. No, I don't even think he was a scientist.
Entrepreneur.
He was just like
he's
he just had
pharmacist
money,
thing. Yeah.
and he was just like in control of that. So he just wanted to expose them and.
yeah.
Right? But yeah, the villains. I wish
Yeah.
they had something on their someone on their level. Or I was kind of because when they kidnapped two of them.
Mm-hmm.
If I thought they were gonna go in the direction of maybe be able to use it like right away and put it on one of them
Oh,
or
okay.
a few of them, and then like so then that would happen. Or
Yeah.
also I mean I don't know how they would have done this, but maybe if they would have like had some sort of technology to turn them evil or
Okay.
turn them against the other team.
Wow,
Like
you're going out there.
I know, but these are just like little things that like, oh, I wish this happened. Like
Yeah.
this would be so cool.
Yeah. So
But
before
no.
we go any further, I think it's important to like state like, so okay, the Charlize Theron and her group of people, they're immortal, quote unquote. They could die a bunch of times, but if they end up dying a lot, they end up losing their immortality.
No, that's not how it happened.
I don't
I
think
thought
it,
that's
I don't
how-
think it matters how many times.
No, yeah.
It's just when
It's
It's just they don't know when it happened.
They don't know.
Oh,
when they
I
actually
thought
die.
I thought it was just the
No.
amount of times.
No,
Because
they never said the amount of times.
Yeah.
They just
Well,
said it was kind of random.
Okay, well, yeah, that's why. Like, they didn't really know
No.
what.
That-
So I thought.
I did like that about the movie.
Yeah.
That they didn't explain or they didn't know
Yeah.
like where they got their stuff. Like a lot of
Yeah.
movies tend to try to explain every little thing,
Yeah.
Mm.
and sometimes I think you should
necessary,
when it's
but-
necessary. But here, like, okay, they don't know, so I mean, why do we need to know that? You know,
Yeah.
it was fine.
Yes.
So I like that they did that.
Yeah, and then the villain wants to use their immortality to make. I think he works for a pharmaceutical company
Big
or
pharma.
something.
He was
Yeah.
a big pharma. Yeah.
So he just wants to make cures
Yeah.
for
And
everything.
so
and yeah.
the other direction I thought they were gonna go like halfway through the movie, which they didn't do, but hopefully it pays off later, was the girl, the Asian girl that
Came
wa-
back?
that was
Joan.
thrown underwater.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right, she was there for hundreds of years.
That's
Which by the way, that scene was awesome.
that
Like,
gives, they give me
like it gave me the
anxiety.
chill. Like,
They
I
give
give
me
me
anxiety
anxiety.
the
Like,
whole time.
oh my, you're just
Yeah.
drowning the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
you're dying, coming back,
Yeah.
dying, or whatever. But I thought that she was gonna come back. Maybe she was gonna be the main one behind everything, like at some point or something. You know, that she was gonna
Mhm.
be there at the end. But she ended up being
At the very
there-
end.
But yeah, she ended up
Unrelated
Being,
to the villain.
yeah, she ended up being there for the next movie, I guess. So there's next movie. So I
Yeah.
think it did that pretty well. I think the next movie has potential to be like
Really good.
really good for me at least,
Yeah.
depending on how they handle things.
I just gotta say that this made me realize that I really don't like when they put like a soundtrack in there and it like really stands out, or it kind of makes it feel like a music video, where like they're fighting and or there's something's happening and then like the song comes out and it's just like you're like watching a music video at some point. It just feels really like
I don't remember that. I didn't get that.
Kind of cheap. It makes the movie feel cheap.
Don't-
And I hate it when they do it like in shows. I hate it when they do it in movies, man. It just makes it feel really, really cheap.
I
did
think
not
it-
like that at all.
I think if you pick the right song, I think
I think it depends on the
I can
movie.
enjoy it.
like in Into the Spider-Verse, it works pretty well. I think maybe because it's a cartoon.
So
I don't know. I see it a little differently. But
I remember-
when it's like live action movies and they're like playing this song in the background that's like really loud. It's just like I don't know. It depends.
It depends
how
on
they
the
do
song.
It, I guess.
It depends on the song.
I didn't like it at all.
I
in
think it
this
depends
movie.
on the song.
They
Like
did it a lot in this movie. Yeah, it's just like it was another.
I think
song.
the airplane. Did the airplane scene have a song?
Yeah, the airplane singing had a song.
I think it did have.
Yeah.
But think about their song selection. I actually like their songs. A few of them. I think they had like
Hmm.
Frank Ocean at one point where she's like listening to her song, but
Yeah.
that was not during a fighting scene though. Like, you're talking about like songs during fighting scenes.
Just not. They just had a lot of songs in the background, like.
So
really
pretty
loud
much you
songs.
would have
Wait.
preferred like
Maybe.
actual composed music
Yeah.
as opposed to
For
like
action.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Like,
well,
it was like they're trying to mask the scene with just this song, this really strong, this really loud song in the background.
But I
It's
can give you a
kinda-
perfect example where you're being a hypocrite for that.
Go.
It's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Okay. Go.
That has a lot of music. It has like there's a whole soundtrack there for that movie. They play a lot of music in a lot of scenes.
It kind of has a purpose though.
Yeah,
in
it does
that
have
movie.
a big purpose though.
Just-
because that's his soundtrack.
Yeah.
But it
This is
still
my
has
soundtrack.
music. Okay,
No,
sure,
yeah.
fine. If it has a purpose, there's a way to do it where that happens.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you can enjoy it.
I didn't like it in this one.
That's fine.
It didn't work.
I'm just saying I don't think it's just because there's music. I think you didn't like either the music or the way it was, the choice of when it was played, or it could be a number of things.
Yeah.
But clearly you do like movies with music sometimes.
I like music, but I don't know. Just when it's like a song, you can like.
But
sing
Guardians of the
along
Galaxy has
You
songs.
can like sing along to.
There's
to
songs
the
in Guardians of the
background.
Galaxy though.
Again, there's a purpose to that. So it's so it's
Again, oh my god.
It doesn't matter. Anyways, what else do we want to talk about?
So
in
that made
regards to it?
that turned it into like a straight to DVD film for me.
What?
Like after
Shut
all
the
those songs
front-
came out, it's kind of like
Alright, you're
like it felt like
first of all, it is a Netflix movie.
I know
So-
exactly.
So I think
And it made me realize that okay, wait, this is a Netflix movie. It's not like a big blockbuster movie.
I kind of had a little bit of like the same feeling
Yeah.
overall,
There's little moments like that. Yeah.
but I mean that's not really an excuse anymore because Marriage Story was a straight to Netflix movie too.
But
that they
those
also
aren't-
put.
but it's easier to do that
yeah.
with movies that are low budget.
Ex-
Like that's a
exactly.
low budget movie.
Yeah, and so the two things that I liked the most about the movie was Charlize Theron and the action scenes.
Yeah,
Right?
Charlize Theron's
So-
pretty badass.
So those are like two keystones into making like a blockbuster movie, I would say. She's pretty much like constantly nominated for awards. So she is like a A-list actor. The action scenes were really well done.
Yeah.
But I think everything else, I don't know if it was just like their budget just went into those two things and everything else was just kind of like whatever. But I think that's where the other stuff started to kind of suffer. So I think it was above B-level straight to DVD movie, but I don't think it was
B-levels
like,
are not straight to DVD though. Overlord is a
Mm.
B-level movie.
Nah,
I wouldn't say that.
Even-
I wouldn't say
Overlord is
that
a B-level
either.
movie.
That's a good movie.
That's a B-level movie.
Okay.
It's a B-level
Sure.
movie.
But sure.
It's not an A-level movie.
But it wasn't like the special effects were bad. Like it was all good. Like the special effects were good.
Well, B-level means
It
like
was
it's a
just-
lot
you
of
could-
things.
You
It could be.
You could feel that this movie was different than watching. Like
I think to me it was the actors.
straight to the theater.
Well, yeah. So that's why I
There
like
was a
the.
lot of B-level actors.
Yeah. So all the other actors, all
There
the
was, like, one-
dialogue,
there was, like-
yeah, the dialogue was.
it was just kind
It was
of
a weird. Yeah.
standard after that.
Oh.
So nothing stood out other than
The
Charlize
actions.
Theron and
The
action scenes.
Yeah.
To me, at least.
Yeah. Like I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like,
And
oh
I-
shit when they're.
And I think if this movie does well, then they're probably going to be more invested into putting more into it. And
Yeah.
then if they do like a Marriage Story type situation where it'll be in theaters for like a couple weeks, but it's also
they won't
premiering
do that
on
anymore.
Netflix.
Mm.
Well,
Well,
they'll still put it in theaters after.
I mean, maybe.
months after. I don't think so. Because Marriage Story was happening almost simultaneously, wasn't it?
Well, no, I'm saying for the next one, not this one specifically.
Oh, the next one.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if this one
maybe.
does well on Netflix, then maybe they'll be like, okay, maybe we can make a little bit of extra money and put it in theaters and
Huh.
go that
Did you
way.
see the Marriage Story?
Marriage Story came out, I think, on Netflix first, and then it came out in theaters maybe
Hmm.
like a week after.
But they probably did that.
For the Oscars.
Yeah, for
Well,
for
yeah,
the
yeah.
Oscar buzz.
Yeah,
so
of
like,
course.
oh, you know.
But
theater.
I mean, I'm sure it still made some money from theaters that way as well.
Hmm.
I mean, there's
Okay.
any extra money is extra money for the theaters. I don't know how exactly how much they have to pay to put it in there, but
Got it.
Well, I
But-
still like this movie.
yeah, I liked it too. I didn't have a
like
problem.
I
with
almost
it.
loved
was
it.
just-
I liked it a lot. Almost loved it. But it had a lot of good pieces. I
Yeah,
liked
it was more interesting than anything too.
Like,
it
I
was
felt
just
like
an interesting story.
I almost want to go in there and just like change things up a little bit. Like,
You're stupid.
I wish if I was the one coordinating this movie, like I don't know, it would
Yeah.
have been a lot different, but very similar.
Let's rate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 7.
I'm giving it a
Actually-
7.5.
Yeah, I changed my mind. 7.5 too.
7.5. 7.5.
I think the action scenes were good enough
Yeah.
to like carry it throughout the whole thing. Because it was actually pretty constant too.
Yeah, there's a
I'm
lot of
gonna
action.
say 7.9. No, I'm gonna say 8.
Just give it the 8. Yeah.
They almost love this movie. Okay. I thought you almost
Okay.
love this movie.
That
Almost.
mean
It's
no,
really good.
no, like not almost love. Like, oh, I'm at a 9.9 and then
Yeah.
almost turn 10.
means
like
it could have turned into.
It could almost turn into 10 if you just change a few things.
Yeah.
So it's hard to explain, but
Okay, let's move on to Extraction. So I chose this movie. I honestly didn't think it was gonna be as good as it was. That was just gonna be like a pretty, just.
Wait, you thought it was
dragged out
good?
match. That was pretty good. Yeah, I actually liked it a lot.
I'm gonna
like
say
the
the
one-
reverse of what you just said.
Oh really?
Yeah, the exact reverse. I was hoping I'd be more surprised, like in Old Guard. For me, Old Guard. Oh, that's nothing. I didn't know anything about Old Guard.
Okay.
You knew? Did you know, guys?
Yeah,
trailers?
I didn't see trailers.
I didn't
knew
know,
it was-
so I thought they were just like
Yeah, I didn't know
a
anything
team
either.
of armed forces just going in to do stuff. And when they die, like, what the movie's over already? I guess. Like I did not think they were gonna come back to life that first.
Okay.
But anyway, I guess for Extraction, I think I've heard more good things about the action. So
Yeah, the
I
action
already-
was good.
no, the
Uh,
action was good.
I would say it's up to par with the Old Guard. If not, some scenes are better. I just like the gunfights, man. Other gunfights are so cool.
It felt like John Wick. It
Yeah.
felt
Yeah.
like a B
Yeah.
level version of John Wick.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But there was no story to me. I didn't like the story at all.
What?
It was just action without any meaning behind it.
I mean, it was pretty straightforward, but it was.
For
it
me,
was,
Old Guard had more meaning behind the
I
action.
would say Old Guard was a little more interesting. Yeah, like I was more.
I was more
interested.
invested. I was more
in the Old Guard.
invested, and so any little action was better
But I
because
think
of
that
that.
I think the
I
acting,
mean-
the acting was better in Extraction.
There was no acting. It was just all action. There was more action.
There
for
was
sure.
no cheesy moments.
There was for sure more. There was
Hmm.
more action in
Extraction.
Extraction. The action was like the level of how good the action was. I think they're pretty close.
Yeah.
There were some
It's
pretty
pretty
cool
good.
scenes
Yeah.
from Extraction.
Extraction.
But
know.
because
That
there was
was
so
a
much
badass.
action, there wasn't a lot
Yeah.
of act. The acting wasn't great. What are you talking about? It was good acting.
I mean, it was good enough to where it was
didn't distract
It
from-
didn't distract me like the Old Guard did a couple times.
I really liked Extraction.
Yeah,
It's-
Really?
Yeah, I think I liked it more than
the Old Guard.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
nah.
Yeah,
nah,
it-
I thought I was gonna like the Old Guard for sure more than
For
Extraction.
me, Extraction kind of dragged.
No, did it
Really?
There's some. Yeah,
Hmm.
there is.
I don't know,
It was
man.
just
Even
like,
even the other ex military guy that he faced off with at the
His
beginning,
friend?
they ended up being his friend afterwards. No,
Oh.
no, not even
Stranger
that scene,
Things
that
guy?
scene was cool too. But
So,
the other the
I-
Indian guy that
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
yeah.
okay. There was, I mean, I don't know if I'm just trying to change movies up this week, but
Go.
in this movie, when I was watching that, I was like, oh, I hope they do this. And they didn't do that either. I was
Okay.
hoping that. I was a little confused at first, like why he was. I thought they're both trying to protect the kid. Apparently they are, but whatever.
Yeah,
Look-
yeah, I was a little confused.
Yeah,
Well-
I understood why after, but
Oh,
Why?
okay. So the
They weren't
Indian
getting
guy, he didn't have the money to pay for the thing, so they
Mm-hmm.
put them against each other essentially. Like he like
no, he put the
he hired
put
them to
Thor
do
and
it,
his team to
Yeah.
do the heavy duty work,
and then
and
he
the
got
guy
the
was gonna
other
come
guys
in
like
and
set him
swoop
up,
him
and then
just get.
yeah.
But they could have just worked together. So
Okay.
But
I wish
money.
they would have figured out like
Yeah.
once they figured out like they're trying to do the same thing.
Mhm.
I wish they would just had like a scene, like at least like a 20
Them
minute
two
scene.
together.
Them two just like not separately because they're
Yeah.
they're doing things.
That was cool, man. That was still cool. They were both like equally badass, and that was
No,
cool
I
that they
know,
added
but I
another
wish they
character.
were doing it together.
Sure. Yeah. I
To
guess
me,
so.
that would have been
guess
like
so.
you have a perfect moment with two badass guys. Like
Yeah.
just do it together.
Yeah, I'm
They would
surprised they didn't do like at least a little bit before they broke off onto their
Like a
separate paths.
back-to-back, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
just-
something like that.
Something like back to
Yeah.
back. Something like
But yeah, I mean, I felt like a lot of tension the whole time. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I was like, damn, I don't know if they're really gonna make it out.
Yeah.
Even though like obviously like
Yeah, you know.
kind of
that-
had to,
yeah.
but like
Yeah.
like he got pretty fucked up
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
he
lot.
got shot, he got
Yeah.
he had his arm on a sling at one point. He's like, fuck, I gotta take it off now.
I don't
We
believe
got attacked
that.
by
Yeah,
kids.
that I don't believe
He
either.
got attacked
also.
by
The-
kids.
I think he
Got hit by a car.
he got way too much damage to him. He got way too much damage inflicted on him. I didn't believe the stuff he was doing after like the last third.
No, yeah.
I'm like,
I-
there's no way like you're doing what you're doing now. Like the beginning made, but
But that's what made him
He
so
had-
badass, though. To me, I mean, to me, it's a movie, and it's just like they're just trying to show the level of badass in him, and you can take all this
That you can
damage.
heal
and then just
abnormally?
keep going.
See, that to me,
You
I
have the
don't.
old guard in the back of your head. That's why.
Which one did you
No.
watch first?
I saw Old Guard first.
Okay.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so what did you say that you wish they changed?
Me?
Sal? Yeah.
No, wish they had a scene with
Like
with
together.
Oh, that's what you were saying.
Yeah,
You were waiting
yeah.
for that?
I was waiting. I was hoping for that. I'm like, oh, these two guys are badasses. Like,
Hmm.
they should join forces and you know
Yeah.
wreak havoc. But
No,
no,
nah,
never happened.
I enjoyed it. I definitely
Yeah.
enjoyed it. And that was definitely him at the end, right?
I mean, I guess.
We would
I
assume.
would assume, but I don't understand how.
You know what? It felt like a video game to me too.
A video game.
It felt like a watching Call of Duty, like someone played Call of Duty.
The,
So the movie, yeah, the whole movie.
The car scene was pretty cool. That whole continuous chase with
Yeah.
the car, and that was cool. And the camera goes inside the car. And
I think this
I was
movie
like,
for
"Oh,
sure
shit."
did camera work better than the
Yeah.
Old Guard did. Like, I liked the whole. I felt like the camera was like literally like kind of like a video game. Like it was on his back, like every
Yeah.
action scene. So it was following him. It was like I like I like the point where they were going through like the different like apartments and stuff like
Oh,
that,
yeah,
where like the
yeah.
camera was actually
That
like
was
running
really
with
good.
them.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I felt like it just added to the tension and made
Yeah.
it feel a little bit more
Yeah.
like
They
real.
would go into a room, show you
Yeah.
what's in the room, then they would leave, and then like, oh yeah, that was
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
But yeah,
that was probably my favorite scene. The scenes in the
Apartments.
apartments,
Or whatever those were.
Yeah.
Houses.
right.
but yeah, I really like the action. I mean, I don't think there was really a lot for them to act out, but I think the moments that they did act, they did pretty good. Like the scene where with the kid and Thor, where they were like talking, like when they were in the safe house.
Yeah.
I
Kid
thought
was
they
good.
did. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Kid was
know.
good.
Yeah.
You-
The other thing, I think it was because it wasn't as believable to me, and maybe that's why I just didn't like the action as much. Because when the action is not believable, but just makes sense within the story. Like in the
Okay.
Matrix, the action, they're in a
Makes-
computer, you know.
Yeah.
They can break rules. They
Mhm.
can learn things and put it in their brains,
What about John
and they
Wick?
can do it. Wait, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. In the Old Guard, they lived through like hundreds of years to like train and practice, and they can't die, and they can
Mhm.
heal. So they could do these things. Like in Inception, like there's little the action scenes. They're
in their mind.
they make sense, right? That those things can happen. Like I mean, I know they're not real, but they make sense in that world.
Mm.
And in this one, like I'm just like, how is one person like killing like 300 people? No. Now John Wick it's Keanu Reeves. Bro. It's Keanu Reeves. and
And
they
he's supposed to
they
be
blow up, and they kind of blow up in the beginning like, oh, it's John Wick, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that they blew him up. I'm like, oh, he is this
No, I
badass.
think that's why that movie
like
works
this
really
guy.
well.
Yeah.
John Wick. is
Yeah,
because
John
they just
Wick
do
works
such a
because-
good job at building him up.
Yeah.
Building him up.
And then he is that badass.
He
Yeah,
is
it's
like,
like,
the best
oh,
assassin of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like you just believe it.
No, but
And-
he.
and
I mean,
everybody like respects him.
I
and
believe
is
that
furious.
But I-
Chris Hemsworth
I think Chris
was a
Hemsworth
badass.
probably killed more people in this one than John Wick did. I don't know if it's because John Wick has a lot of action scenes, but like there'll be swords fights and
and it'd be like the same.
he'll fight
peop-
for someone
like
for
five
like
people.
for like
Uh.
10 minutes, but he'll only kill like 3 people in that
This
span of
guy's
time.
just running through people.
Yeah, he just ran
Yeah.
into.
That was
And
cool, man.
John Wick
yeah.
has those moments, but there's so much gunfire there. Like I don't believe that he would have survived that whole movie for that long. No way.
But then also like the people that he was killing, besides like the military, were just kind of like kids almost too.
Yeah.
Really, not kids.
Oh, that scene was weird too. when
But,
they started kids.
yeah,
was kinda
that-
funny.
that part was pretty funny.
Get out of here.
yeah.
That was a cool scene.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
And
As far as things I didn't like,
There's not much. There's not much I didn't. I thought I knew it was gonna be like just an action movie, so kind of I didn't really prepare myself for like a detailed story or anything,
mm,
and it delivered. It's just a pretty cool action movie. Like even like everything was cool. Like the way they were reloading guns and they're just doing everything fast. And it was,
yeah,
you know, taking grenades out. You know, everything was smooth. It felt awesome.
yeah, it was really
no,
well
I think
choreographed.
John
for
Wick
sure.
is smooth. This was
John
not
Wick's really
smooth.
John Wick.
This is bumpy.
But this was like he was in like a
That's
war
just, I don't know how to
zone, though.
explain it. Well, yeah, I guess smooth
Yeah.
sounds weird.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know if smooth is how I would have described it.
Interesting.
It was like a bumpy action movie.
Yeah.
John Wick is smooth. He's slick.
I mean, John Wick gets hit a lot.
Yeah, John Wick gets it a lot. He gets stabbed. He gets shot.
I'm not saying he doesn't get hit. I
I
don't
don't know.
Yeah. Well,
It just
that's-
felt more almost like a war movie too.
Yeah.
It was like
yeah.
a action war movie. It's not a war, obviously, but
I mean,
that's how it sounds. Bumpy
Military
to me.
holds
A
and
war is
stuff.
bumpy.
okay.
Fighting it at night, being a assassin is smooth and lethal. I guess.
Okay.
It's like the Indian version of Man on Fire. You know.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
That was weird. I don't understand that.
Man on Fire. Yeah.
He's in Mexico and he's saved the little girl. This one he's in India and he's gotta save this little kid.
Yeah, but no.
From the
No, I
Gangsters.
understand, but no, I don't think so.
Um,
All right, let's rate it.
I'll give it an 8.
I'm gonna give it an 8.5.
I'm gonna give it a
High.
7.3.
7.3. Wow.
Okay.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What are we watching for next week?
Good question. I think
Stay tuned.
he might have to. Let me check real quick on Netflix because I think something just came out on Netflix, but I'm
Jordan documentary.
nah. Blah 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 blah. We'll probably cut here until we actually have a movie. We're gonna be doing Eurovision and Defy Bloods.
Yeah, we're keeping it on
Yeah.
Netflix again.
Yes.
I mean, what
Yeah.
else is there to do? Unless we go to HBO or like Amazon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like rent a movie.
Yeah. You know what we should start doing? We should just start going through our top 10 lists or top 5
Of what?
of our own lists. So we
But
can.
we've talked
Rewatch?
about those a
Have
lot
we
already.
though?
Yeah, we have.
I feel like
Have
we've
we?
talked about
I
it
don't know if
enough.
Do you really want to watch Midsommar again? Or we talked about
Fuck.
Midsommar
Yeah.
I think-
multiple
Watch
episodes.
Midsommar
I
again.
think I think he just wants an excuse to watch it again.
One
Honestly,
excuse for you guys to watch it again.
I've seen
That's what I
it
think.
twice
I've seen it
already. I'm
yeah.
good
I've seen it
for a
twice
while.
too. All right.
All right,
good.
so yeah, those
Decent.
will be the 2 movies that we're gonna watch.
What is it again?
Eurovision and Defy Bloods.
Yeah, Spike Lee and Will Ferrell.
Yeah.
So
And yeah, so that'll be it.
Okay.
Make
cool.
sure you guys watch it so you could be in the conversation.
if you guys have any suggestions too, for
Yeah,
movies,
definitely hit us up about
So-
that.
we need movies to watch.
And I'm trying to figure out ways for you guys to be a little bit more interactive with it. So maybe like we like have you guys write in like a short like review or something like that, and we could just post it on the screen while we're talking about it or whatever. But stuff like that.
No,
So
we're just gonna pick a part review and be like talk shit about it.
yeah, we could do that too. But yeah, so we'll see you guys next time. Take care. Love
Thank you.
y'all.
Bye.
Peace.
All right.